who looks like they're going to apply the pressure first in Sanguine, who have lost in the semis or the quarter-ish and then gone down to play Taunt in a best of 5. So they're playing back-to-back games here, and it kind of shows their longevity and who's going to have more of a standpoint in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we can see, both teams off to a decent start. And like what I like to see is that from especially with their recent games, Skyfire, whenever they're in the lead, they do and are very careful with their third man and how they commit. And as I say that, Quake slots one in the top left corner, and that's a good start for Skyfire. And honestly, that's the start that they need.
Yeah, Quake's going to get off the gates early, even only 35 seconds into the game. He will start this game off quick and easy. He'll be our opening goal scorer for the lower bracket final, But we'll kick off again. So there's 4 minutes, 30 seconds to decide who takes map 1, as Quake might get his second, and he will get his second. 2 quick goals for Quake, and he's off to a really good start. The earth is shaking now. Sanguine need to start to find their footing and put the tower back together, because they are 2-0 down very early.
Yeah, it's only been 30 seconds, and Quake's already slotted 2. He did this previously in the other match against DDG, but can they maintain the lead? They did it before, but last time they did end up losing the series overall. So it's really a question of can they maintain the lead, and be careful with their third man.
Yeah, their rotates look very consistent, Skyfire. They're really playing the ball around. They know how to find each other. For a Div 2 team, they can pass between each other perfectly. Their accuracy is almost pinpoint, but you've also got to look out for how they rotate, because they rotate so swiftly. Teams get caught out like they will here, as Quake will score his third goal in quick succession. Only a minute down, and we're already 3-0 up in this series. Sanguine have really fallen to the gates really slowly, but Skyfire, they're quick to put the fire up, and they've really turned up the heat here.
Yeah, speaking about that third man, just Sanguine's third man, a little bit too far up, and Quake is quick to put that one in the back of the net, and that's 3-0 with only 1 minute gone. This is not a good start for Sanguine, and honestly, we need to see them maybe make a change here.
Yeah, they're going to start to, you'll see it as teams do go 3-0 down. They start to, play a little less aggressive, because once they start to play aggressive, they start to concede those goals in the open man slot, as A's will get a beautiful ball into the middle. And there you go. There's that first goal for Sanguine, coming from a nice pass from Jazare. It's off just the left-hand side, so he's in a perfect position. Just a little tap in the ball, and no one was back to Skyfire, so they rotate to slip there. In this case, Skyfire can't get complacent. They can't start to slip the edge, and they can't concede easy goals like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the change I was talking about. They needed something, and a beautiful pass into the center, and it was basically an open net. So this is the change we need to see, and honestly, this is what I would like to see from Sanguine. They did just play a previous game before this, and they might be a little bit under the pressure, but well played to get back into this game.
3-1 now. We are down past our first 2 minutes of this game, and it's kind of looking a little bit even though the goals are a 2-goal gap, but the pressure will start to mount as soon as you start to realize this is a final series, and people are going to start to struggle to get the ball up and in the air, as Sanguine seem to put the pressure on now, and they seem really confident.
Yeah, absolutely. Good touch there. Baz over the top of one. Can he put it in the back of the net? But Boomer in the way of that one, as they're trying to get into the center here, and a good 50 by Ace to take one then down the field. And honestly, it's all shot off, and that one just a little bit wide.
You got to look out for players like Ace and Baz. I think he's playing. Yes, Baz is playing. They are some really, really solid players, and they look like they're going to be able to, make a little bit of adjustments here and there and be able to play the ball perfectly. Ace is a sensational player, as Jazare will make a lovely little tap, but it will go to Vel straight away. He's going to make a massive mistake there, and Skyfire will lead 4-1 as he's come back. He looked like he disconnected and came back on my screen. He's still here. Good.
Yeah.
But Jazare with a massive mistake.
Yeah, look, Skyfire, like we predicted, is a team a very strong team, and like you said, A's and Baz and even Quake, and Volano, really mechanical players, even in Div 2, really mechanical players that can make a difference in this game, whether it's in the air or on the ground, and honestly, that's what we like to see, and especially in this lower bracket, they need to be putting on the pressure.
They need to put the pressure on early as Jazare will make a beautiful save off the back of Velino. He's going to try and push it in the top left corner, but Jazare will have something to say about it. Now the ball's going to come back down into the other end of Skyfire. They need to keep these goals. They need to keep their lead at 3-0, at least get some more as the ball's going to come in, but Quake will be able to clear. Now it's all up to A's by himself. Will he get chipped? No, he will be able to clear it up to the midfield. Now it's all by himself. A's ball all by himself. He can score. Velino will have something to say about it though. So we have 1:45 left in this game, and we have a 3-0 lead towards Skyfire. I believe Skyfire will probably take this out from here. I don't see them losing.
Yeah, honestly, I think that if Sanguine had any chance of winning this game, they need a goal and they need it on the ASAP. And as Jazz takes it over the top of one on the left-hand side here, can he get past Quake? But Quake 50ing this one forward, and a good return from Boomer as Volano hits this one into the center, but only as far as A's. And look, I like to see that Sanguine is trying to put some pressure up, but with 1 minute left on the clock and they're 4-1 down, can they really bring it back here?
It looks a little bit dire for Sanguine, so I think game one will kind of shift in the tides of Skyfire as they are going to be able to take this one out. Jazare and Val will go at it together. Aze is going to go again against Val. He's going to take on two players but not be able to do as much as Boomer. He's going to send it up forward, and Val needs to do something, but it's going to be an open goal for Jazare to center and clear, and he puts it through. We are 2-4, ladies and gentlemen, with a minute left. It is still very doable. Boomer was perfectly placed. He put it straight past Baz and Velino, and had nothing to say about it. Jazare was the one to put it in, and we're 4-2.
Yeah, 100%. With 1 minute left on the clock, this is definitely winnable. It's still anyone's game, but Skyfire, obviously 2 goals up, but the momentum is on Sanguine's side.
Baz trying to waste some time, but Quake just wants to get the ball down to try and move it around as Vel will try and clear the ball up into the air, and Boomer's going to have to stop it. He does, and he'll put it just down right in front of goals. Quake will come up, but A's will come up as well to try to clear, and it's going to be a pinch off the wall, but it's not going to go as far as Baz. Baz will be able to send it. Vel's up in the air. He could score. No, he's at the top of the backboard, so it's going to be a flick from A's, and Quake needs to get up. He does get up. He's got an open goal, but he has no boost to be able to do anything about it. 30 seconds left. They need to start to push, and then this push now. If it gets to 10 seconds, I think it's done because they can't really do much. They need to get a goal within the next 5 seconds, or it's not going to be able to do anything for Sanguine. So Skyfire will most likely take game 1 in your lower bracket final.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left, there's most likely no chance for Sanguine here, and just the dying seconds of this game. 5 seconds left, and they're really trying, but just nothing's working for them right now. Good start for Skyfire, and they take game number 1.
Skyfire will get out the gates quick and early in this 2-legged race. Game 1, it's a crucial one. If you win game 1, you got the most momentum in the world. You've got everything going for you. You can start to play around a bit. You can make some mistakes, and it's going to slow down a bit. I think game 2 will slow down a little bit in this best of 5 because a situation where it comes down to who has the longevity to play. Sanguine have played so many back-to-back games, while Skyfire have had a longer break.
Yeah, 100%. Also, you got to take into consideration Sanguine just playing before. Are they a little bit burnt out? Maybe they're tired. And obviously, Skyfire just losing their previous game. So maybe they're kind of, really trying to take into this game. They're really positive. They're trying to be as positive as they can. But Sanguine, also with that previous win, really looking to kind of capitalize and take it all the way to the grand finals as we get into game number 2.
So we have 5 minutes to decide at game number 2. Will they go up 2-0? Will Skyfire take match point? Or will Sanguine have something to say about it and level this series up? If Sanguine apply the pressure early and get past the floating players that know how to rotate and they find the gaps, as Boomer won't do it here, but needs to get over Baz, but Baz will be able to just clear it to the left-hand side of the goal as A's will come in. As I just was saying, they need to find the gaps and they need to find them really quick because they need to apply the pressure.
Yeah, 100%. For game 1, Quake with 2 consecutive goals, and they just gave him an early lead. And Sanguine did get a couple goals towards the end of the game, but it was just a little bit too late. So hopefully they can get a good start here. Maybe they can take this round.
A's will get up, and it's Jazare on his own. He's going to chip it, but the wrong way. So he needs to get up. A's is going to use all his boosts to try and clear this into the corner, but Baz will need to be able to clear, as he will. But it'll only go as far as Boomer, who'll hit it up, and Quake will need to clear, which he will do. So the ball's just going to settle down in the middle of the half as Jazare will clear it up, but Val's going to come the other way, and it's going to go all the way up. Not quite. A's will need to clear, but not as far as Quake. Quake could send us something here, but A's will be able to shut it down. So we've got a minute left and no goals in this game. Just to previously, we had 3 goals in the first minute.
Yeah, exactly. In comparison, nothing really happened in this game so far. And as we previously mentioned, players like A's and Baz and Quake and Volano all can really make a difference in this game. But it's game number 2. Can they step up to the plate? This is where they need to do it. And Jet almost had that one. And as it goes towards the right-hand side. But it's still in the center. It's still lurking, but good release and get out of harm's way, Quake.
3 minutes 33 left, and we are 0-0 deadlock as Jazare will get up in the air. He could score the first goal, and he will score the first goal with a beautiful shot into the top left-hand corner and a beautiful assist from Boomer as he will just tap it up. Boomer will tap it down, just a little floater, and Jazare will be able to put the first goal for Sanguine, and that momentum might just well shift out of Skyfire's hands, and Sanguine will start to put the turbo on and start to put the pedal down and begin to try and hopefully extend this lead further than 1-0.
Yeah, beautiful start for Sanguine here. 1 goal. It's only been 2 minutes in this game, so it's still anyone's game, but a good start and the start that they needed as takes that one to A's, returning the favor as he's following this ball up, but Baz whiffing that one. A's putting it into the center. He's up, but a good clear there. A's possibly trying to get over the top here, but Baz going to release this one out of harm's way. It's in the center. Quake is there. Can he make any use of it? And yeah, I like to see that Sanguine here is putting up the pressure and Skyfire trying to fight back here.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit more defensively now because they have that first goal. They know that they can have a little bit of reliability. They have the room to make at least one mistake, but not too many because they will go back to a 0-0 scenario if they do concede the goal. But A's is going to get up. He'll find Boomer in the air. Boomer will have a shot, but no, he's just going to go to the left-hand side of the post, but Quake will be able to clear, as Vel is going to try and get it out. And Baz, he's going to be a really attacking presence here. He's going to go all by himself, but Boomer makes a beautiful save across the goal line, and he's going to keep Sanguine in this fight 1-0. We might see at least 4 games here.
Yeah, beautiful save by Boomer to keep Sanguine's 1-0 lead as Boomer takes that one across the other side, but doesn't work out for him. And Baz centering this one as far as Quake. Quake with a shot on target, but not really a meaningful one. And honestly, Sanguine got to keep this up, but Skyfire applying the pressure right now, and we've got to see what happens. Yep.
Within the next 2 minutes, I think you're really going to start to see some goals as Jazare will just have an open goal, and Skyfire start to let the tail slip out of their hands. That's not going to be able to do much in game 2 as they will take a 2-0 lead. Boomer getting his second assist and Jazare getting his second goal. It's a minute 36 between the first and second goal. We have 2 minutes left to play. Still doable, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, Villano went for that boost instead of going for the ball, and as they say, ball over boost, and that one cost his team a goal, and now 2-0 down, and Sanguine, a beautiful start to this game, and the start they needed. Let's see if Skyfire can bite back here, because usually when they are down, they usually push that third man a little bit more forward to get that attacking plays.
They need to start to send, as you did say, they need to start to send that man forward and hope for the best. Their rotates come in quick, or they're going to be able to left open as well. We'll get up, so this could be a goal. This could be, but no, Quake and Jazare will go at it, and he'll get a save at it. But Quake's got a touch on the ball, but it doesn't count as a shot because it was too close to Jazare's body. But he'll make a beautiful save, Jazare, to keep this 2-0 lead, as Quake will hopefully go on his own, but won't be able to. A's is now, as you can see, if you're looking at the backhand of the screen, you can see that he is starting to sit back more. He's going to play a little bit more defensively with only a minute left, as Jazare will get up and make a lovely save. We have a minute left, 2-0. I think it's done out here. I don't think they can get 2 goals in a minute, but I've been proven wrong.
Yeah, it's still winnable, but obviously you wouldn't want to be in Skyfire's shoes right now. It's they're playing third man right now. As you can see, they're sitting back a little bit deeper than they normally would sit, and obviously trying to maintain this lead with only 50 seconds left on the clock. And let's see if Boomer can make any use of it, but he doesn't have any boost to work with. And honestly, I'd hope that Skyfire, if they do want to win this game, they've got to get a goal on the ASAP.
Yeah, they need to get a goal probably within the next 30, not even 30 seconds, the next 5 seconds. So it's not going to be able to do it, but that will do it. Boomer will be able to get his first goal after 3 attempts, and it'll be 3-0 with only 33 seconds left. And Skyfire will most likely take game 2 here.
You mean Sanguine?
Oh, sorry, Sanguine. Sorry. Oh, I'm thinking
Sanguine. I think this one's done unless Skyfire can somehow just get 2 consecutive goals, but. Sanguine playing a lot better in this game. Their third man has really been careful with when he's pushing up and when he's making that decision to not be deep anymore and to push up. But Skyfire trying to put on the pressure, but a beautiful save by Boomer. And I think with 15 seconds left, Smokey, I don't think Skyfire's got a chance here.
It's got no hope for them. 3-0. Sanguine will take a little piece of the cookie, and they'll draw the series 1-1. Sanguine started to put the pressure, and they put the pressure on early on Skyfire, and Skyfire just struggled a little bit to find the gaps of the rotates of Sanguine, and Sanguine did it so perfectly. They found the gaps in Skyfire's defense, and they punished them. 2 open goals for Jazare to score, and 1 for Boomer to have. And look at the shot margin. It's pretty even, but the save margin from Sanguine is just so much more valuable because saves will win your games as much as goals do.
Yeah, 100%. If you look at Sanguine, they got 3 saves, 4 saves, 2 saves. And you look at Skyfire, 1 save across the board. And I feel like that's the difference in this game. If you can't save your shots at the end of the day, that's going to go in the back of your net, and you're gonna obviously concede. So it's honestly coming to this third game. Skyfire, if they want to bite back, they got to bite back soon, and otherwise it might slip away from them.
Yeah, they need to do it, and they need to do it quick, or it's going to come down to who takes a better start. If we see a close game here in game 3, we might see a 5-game series. So we're at least going to see a 4th game. So we're going to see at least 2 more rounds of Rocket League in this lower final.
Yeah.
But it depends on who will take this map, because whoever takes this will have the match point advantage, meaning they only have to win one more. Will it be Skyfire, Sanguine? We've got 5 minutes to decide.
Yeah, like you said, because both teams now have 1 point on the board, that means we are going to 100% see a 4th game. And it's just a question of who can get the better start in this game. Skyfire, obviously, with a good start to game number 1, and Sanguine not being able to bite back quick enough. But Sanguine getting the good start, and then Skyfire not being able to bite back quick enough. And now it's just a question of who can get the better start.
I feel like longevity will come into it as well, because Sanguine have played a lot of games. If they do win this and then Skyfire level it up 2-2, but that might be a goal. Nope, it's just going to skim across the goal line. It comes down to who's got more in the tank than the others. If Sanguine have a lot in the tank, they'll win this game. If Skyfire have a lot of gas to blow, they'll win it, like 100%. They can take this out in easy pecking. And I've seen Skyfire do it. I've seen them come back from 2-0 down in game and in score. That was close, far out. It comes down to longevity at this point.
Yeah, you say that, and earlier today, Skyfire was versing Over in the first quarterfinal, and they actually reverse sweeped Over it after being 2-0 down, so it's exactly what you talk about, and I wouldn't rule out Skyfire even if it came down to it.
You can't rule them out, because they're a well-drilled team, and they know what they're doing. That's why they're in the lower bracket final. They're here for a reason. They're here because they can play the game, and they play the game very swiftly.
Yeah.
It comes down to this. Boomer's going to have an open net, and yes, he will be able to finish that. Jazzaray will just dink it past Baz, and the first goal comes in from Sanguine. Now, Jazzaray does well, and he passes it around Vel. Baz won't be able to come across and cut it off. It was close, but no dice for him. Minute 28 gone, and we are 1-0, and Sanguine are 1 step closer to having the match point in the lower bracket.
Yeah, still more than half the game left, and the early start that we needed to see is worked out for Sanguine here, and it's just a question of, can they maintain this lead, or can they extend the lead, or can Skyfire bite back? And that's the question. It's all about the third man, and especially in these past 2 games, it's the third man. Whether he's pushed up, they're conceding. If he's not pushed up, they're able to maintain the lead. And honestly, it's been 1 game Skyfire and 1 game Sanguine, so let's hope this one can be maybe a mixed match.
Yeah, we're going to see at least 3 more minutes of this game, and it's still an open game. It's still, anyone can take it. We can see 2 goals come from Skyfire, as we might see their first goal, but no, they will miss. It'll be a clear from Boomer, as Baz will have a shot as well and won't be able to go. So Boomer's all on his own, but he has not enough boost to be able to be influential in that goal chance. And the Skyfire just going to settle down, but Jazzaray's getting in there early, and he's going to be able to clear, but no, Ace and Baz go at it. But Baz will get the first touch, putting Ace off his shot, as Vel, he needs to flick it over too. He will flick it over too, and Quake will be able to score. We are 1-1. Jazzaray knows that it is his fault, because he should have probably stopped. He had the chance to deny Vel of the pass, but missed it, and Quake will have an open goal. We are level pecking.
Yeah, 100%. It was that Skyfire's side, and then it quickly, with a quick counter attack, was able to switch it to the other side, and they scored. They've evened the playing field, and honestly, now it's, like we said, a mixed game, and I'm really keen to see what happens this game, because whoever takes this game is going to have a little bit of air to breathe. Honestly, like, it's a bit of pressure off your back, and you get that chance to really show yourself, as Baz trying to put that one away, but not working out in their favor. And once again, it's just, can we see this third man really take advantage of passes maybe, and looking infield and seeing if he can provide anything?
You say that whoever wins this will have air to breathe. They also have a little bit more comfortability, because they have match point. They only need to win one. And Absolutely. It might come down to a situation where, if you have the sense that you need to win one, it's going to be if they get complacent or not. As Jazzaray will score, and we will go 2-1. It's a little bit of a scrappy goal. Can't say it was an amazing goal, but Ace, he'll be able to get up on the wall and push the ball down, just bouncing it off, and Jazzaray will just push it under Quake to score, and we are 2-1 with 1 minute 51 left.
Yeah, with 1 minute 51 left on the clock, Sanguine do have this lead. And like you said, if you are and do win this second game, what happens is you start thinking, oh, if we only need one more win, and they start maybe sometimes being too aggressive or being too relaxed, and sometimes that can bite you in the ass.
It can really make it difficult if you get a little bit too relaxed, because you can start to play a little bit flimsy. As Baz will have a shot, and yes, he will level it up. So we're going to see both teams sit at 2-2, and it's a minute 34 left. Baz will be able to put the equalizer away with Quake going at it as well, but he'll just bounce it over Jazare, and he won't have enough boost to be able to clear it. So we are 2-2. I think we could see overtime here in game number 3.
Yeah, 100%, especially with the first game being one-sided, the second game being one-sided, now this third one being a mix of both teams. And I feel like overtime is what we all want to see at the end of the day. And a good shot off by Jazara, but Quake in the front, Quake and Villano in the way of that one. Is Villano taking this one upfield, but he doesn't have boost to work with, so Quake is up for that one. It's Baz trying to get this one in the center, but stopped in its track by Jazara. And this is what I like to see. I like to see teams really aware of their third man, and also not even their third man, the person that's sitting on the backboard waiting there and is patient and not overcommitting.
You don't see many teams now overcommitting. As you can see just then, all 3 of the Skyfire players were sitting on the goal line just waiting, because that's what they can do. They can force an overtime and they can have a little bit more time to scrap, because they don't want to lose this with 3 seconds to 2 seconds left. As Jazare will dink one, and he could get it past another one, but Quake will deny Jazare from taking the ball any longer by eliminating him for a couple of seconds. As A's will get a touch on the ball, but Quake will go up, and that's going to waterfall down. This could be dangerous. Jazare needs to clear, which he does, and we've got 37 seconds left. It is 2-2, so this is where it gets intense, MTB. This is going to get really, really scrappy now as Boomer goes up, as Vel will try and clear, which he does. So all the Skyfire players are in that left-hand corner, and they're going to start working up this left-hand wing. As you can see, all of them are just sitting on that left-hand side, trying to shift their way back in. We've got 20 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. We've got 20 seconds to decide if it goes to overtime, or will we see a late winner, as A's is the last man. He needs to clear, which he does, over the back of Quake, and Baz will try and send it back up. We have 10 seconds left. Boomer's going to hit it up, and now we've got a little bit more time to play with. The ball could sit in the air. It has to touch the floor at 0 seconds for us to see overtime. Jazare will clear the ball with 3 seconds left. It's going to sit up in front of the Skyfire goal. They need to clear. Quake needs to clear. Ace will miss, and the ball's going to come down. And it's going to be a shot from Boomer, and he's going to score with 0 seconds left. Oh my God, Boomer, you can't be doing that. This is the final. You can't. Oh my goodness. Sanguine win game 3.
This is exactly what we were talking about. Literally, Skyfire a little bit too patient there. Quake had no boost. He couldn't get to that ball again. He couldn't get another touch, and Boomer just puts it in the back of the net. And that's what you like to see for Sanguine.
You would love to hear the comms of Sanguine, wouldn't you? Even the face cam reactions of them just going absolutely mental. That Boomer gets his second goal for the game and putting them in a match point position at 0 seconds. I've seen 5 0-second goals in the whole of ODL for this season. That is heaps. You don't see many 0-second goals in a situation, even in Div 2 like this, but Boomer has just pulled one off.
Yeah, absolutely. Boomer stepping up to the plate, and Villano playing really well for Skyfire, but Sanguine just get the better of it in overtime. And this is the second round for them, so they are now 2-1 up, and the pressure is on Skyfire. Can they bite back, or is Sanguine going to take it all the way?
Yeah, that's the situation. Is it too late for Skyfire? They've taken 2 hard losses here for Sanguine being so dominant in game 2 and game 3. Sanguine, they need to step the pace up. Even though, yes, they have match point, they need to put the pressure on Skyfire, because Skyfire need to match it. And if they don't match it, it will be all over Red Rover after this game. So we have game number 4. We have Sanguine on match point. Skyfire need to win to force a game 5 and see if they can keep their finals dreams alive.
Yeah, 100%. And let's see who can get the better start of this game. And last game, really close one in overtime, and Sanguine was able to take the better of it as Jazare gets a demo onto Villano, but only as far as Quake with the 50. This one's going towards the goal with a good bump, but A's getting the demo onto Villano as Quake trying to get this one forward. It might fall to Baz's hands, but Baz not able to get to that one. And honestly, I just want to see a good start for Skyfire and hopefully get that game 5.
You can see some of the Skyfire players just maybe missing the ball a little bit. Some go over it, some go under it. It might be the pressure of them being down, but this is an open goal for Villano. He needs to do something, but he just goes whiffing past. He had boost to work with, but he's not going to be able and effective to score a goal for Skyfire. As Baz will try and do something now, but Jazare will be able to clear. It's a situation where, as I've always said, in these tournaments, in every game that I've casted, pressure makes diamonds, and whoever has the better, whoever is able to handle the pressure will have a diamond in winning the series or winning the final.
Yeah, like you've said, Smokey, pressure makes diamonds as Ace slots that one in the bottom left-hand corner, and this is the start you want to see for Sanguine. If they want to take this all the way, this is what they have to do. And like you said, pressure makes diamonds, but Skyfire, they only have one round on the board while Sanguine does have two. So honestly, we need to see Skyfire doing something here if they want any chance of winning this series.
Just for a little fun fact that I've kept track of, each team in this final series, whoever scored first has won. Skyfire scored first in game 1, Sanguine scored first in game 2 and 3, and Sanguine have scored here. So does the trend keep happening, or does Skyfire bite the bullet and keep coming back? They're not going to let the shots keep coming. They're going to fire their own very soon. As Jazray will get up, he might be able to influential, and it's going to come off the backboard, but no one's there for Sanguine to capitalize on it. As A's will pass it across to Boomer. Boomer will have to clear it up, which he will do, so he's going to get an aerial play here, but he has to beat Vel, but he doesn't even go up for it. He just lets it go, and Vel, he'll clear it down. This ball's going to trickle into the half of Sanguine. That could be a goal here. Quake is the last man to clear. He will. He's going to slip one. He'll slip two, and he'll get his goal. Baz will get an assist, and both of the Sanguine players who were playing defense, I think it was A's and Boomer or Jazzaray, they were facing the wrong way, and there was a bump there. A's got knocked out of the way, and clear goal for Quake.
Yeah, this is what you want to see from Skyfire. Like I said, if they want any chance of winning, they need to bite back, and that's exactly what they did. A good pass by Baz, and Quake able to finish that one. And honestly, like we said before, pressure makes diamonds. And to be honest with you, I think I like what I'm seeing from Skyfire now.
Skyfire are really getting their nerves out of the way. They're getting their shaky hands out, and they're starting to play good Rocket League as the ball will just trickle across the middle of the pitch for the Skyfire defense as it will switch back into the Sanguine half. Now, it's a Quake all on his own. He's got no boost to work with. He's going to let it waterfall down. A's needs to clear, which he does, and it's starting to look like Skyfire on the front foot, and it's going to be a nice goal from Quake off the side of the wall. It's going to hit the roof and come down with a bullet of a shot. It's going to go up, and it's going to go right back down, and now Sanguine are down. They are down 2-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like Quake did in game number 1, he got 2 goals in consecutive fashion, and he's done it again here, and now they're back in the lead, and it's a question of can they extend this lead, or are they going to maintain it? And like we said, we've seen it from both teams. It's how they've played their third man. Honestly, the third man has been the way this game, and honestly, with the second game, Sanguine getting a lot of saves on the board and Skyfire not getting a lot, as this one goes on target by A's, and Quake unable to get to that one in time, and now it's the equalizer, and this is what you want to see from Sanguine.
Yeah, it's the reverse equalizer the last game. Sanguine went up 2-1 and then Skyfire leveled. Now we've seen Skyfire go up 2-1, excuse me. They are now 2-2. With the same amount of time left, we saw the 2-2 for about, I think it was about 3 minutes we had a deadlock game, and then it was obviously the 0-second goal coming from Boomer. It could happen again, as Jazzaray might be able to find something here, but not enough power on it, as Quake will go up against Boomer. Boomer will come off better than that, as Baz will be able to help his teammate out and send it up the field. Now, Sanguine are on the back foot. They need to defend with only 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. That ball's going to trickle in. It's going to be a miss. That's a massive whiff, and Quake will get a little sneaky goal. It's not going to be a fantastic goal, as A's is not going to have anything to say. He'll go up and completely miss, and then Boomer's just sitting there watching the ball. He should have been in a better position to maybe read it. If he missed, he's going to go under it. They got to start trusting each other more and more, as Skyfire will take the 2-3 lead.
Yeah, another assist from Baz, and Quake able to put another one away. And honestly, maybe it's the pressure that's getting to them. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that was a massive whiff, and Boomer or whoever it was, just not in the situation to really save that ball, as they were really orkies, as Foxy would say.
They're in their own little fairyland, as Jazrael will get a nice shot, but Val will be able to clear just above the goal. Now, in the situation when we see a minute 40 left and they are a goal down, this could lead to a game 5, or this could lead to another 0-second goal overtime, or a goal, and we see overtime as the ball will go into Skyfire, and that's going to bounce nicely for Baz, but it's going to land awkwardly for Quake to be able to deal with. But Velino will be able to clear it up, as A's will have something to say about it, as he's trying to will his team in after the mistake he's just a little bit made. He needs to do something about it. Boomer, he's going to try and redeem himself after that little bit of a whiff, as he would just sat there and watch the ball go through, so he's not going to sit around anymore with a minute 15 left, and this could go to game 5, as the ball's going to trickle under. Vel, he needs to do something about it. Jazzaray will go up with a minute 10. We are looking really close to a goal here. It's stuck in the Skyfire half. They need to get it out. Skyfire need to start to pump the pressure and clear the ball. It's been in the Skyfire's half for 30 seconds, and we have a minute left.
Yeah, what's happening here is Skyfire is hitting the ball into the center, but no one's there to follow it up, and Sanguine just able to keep the pressure up, and they're finally out now. But can they take advantage of a Quake with the shot, but towards the left-hand side? And this is going to give him a little bit of space to breathe here, Sanguine, as that could have been a chance. But Sanguine's put all the pressure on this game, and Skyfire has usually been on the back foot as Volana takes a shot and stopped its A's in its tracks. And now they return the favour and booming this one down the field. And with 30 seconds left, do you think Sanguine can get a goal here?
I can 100% see it because you can see that Sanguine are playing no men defense. They're playing 3 in attack, 0 defense because they have the game in hand. They can say if we lose this, we go to a game 5 and win it in a stunner. But if they do it here, they need to do it now with only 17 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to push it out. Ace does. Then he needs to clear with only 10 seconds left. We can see another 0-second goal, but it's stuck in the half. Jazare will go up. Quake will go up. Everyone's going up with 7 seconds. Boomer needs to hit it up as Vel's doing a lot of time wasting here with 3 seconds left on the clock. Baz will hit it down. Jazare needs to clip it. It's going to be a goal from Baz, and that will seal the deal. We're going to see a last game series. We're going to see a game 5 with Baz with a 1-second goal left. 4-2 for Skyfire.
Yeah, exactly. Volano wasting a lot of time in the air there. Beautiful control and able to just air dribble that one, and it gave them the opportunity to score. And once again, the defender for Sanguine just not in the right position. And I think we're going to see, and we are going to see a game 5 here. And this is what you want to see from both teams. Skyfire taking game number 4, and this is what you like to see, like I said.
Sanguine are going to have 2 back-to-back game 5s. They went to game 5 against Torn and they won that 3-2. So if the trend continues, they might win in a 3-2 win. But we did see Sanguine score first and they broke the trend. Skyfire, they won the game even though they didn't score first. But the trend has kept through the whole series. We've had 3 games where the winning team has scored first. Skyfire changed that.
Yeah.
But does it continue through to the last game? We will see a game 5 for Sanguine and Skyfire.
Yeah, that's the question everyone's got. And I just want to have a look at the scoreboard here. And both teams got almost the amount of saves and same amount of shots almost. And Quake, 3 goals, doubling the Volano and Baz's score. And it's really stepping up to the plate here. And this is what you want to see from Skyfire. And it's honestly a question of who can take game number 5 and make it all the way to the finals.
Now, in the situation where the final series, the final game 5 comes down, we're basically playing a best of 1 here. There's no second chance. Both teams are going to play it like it's their last because it could well and truly be their last for ODL Season 3. So this will decide who your 2 finalists are in ODL Season 3 Division 2. Will it be Skyfire or will it be Sanguine? We have 5 minutes kicking off right now and we are live and we need to see some goals come out here. I'd love to see a really action-packed game, but also we could see a 0-0 game and go all the way to overtime at zip.
Yeah, I have a feeling here that this game might be a little bit lower scoring as both teams under the pressure of maybe losing and never playing again and being kicked out, and the other one making it all the way to the finals against DDG. And it's only a question of who can get a better start, but also Skyfire able to crack that curse of being conceded against first and then winning. So can we see a few goals earlier, or are we going to see a 0-0 match?
I would like to see a 0-0 match or even a 1-0 with the last second left, as Quake might have something to say about that 0-0, which he won't. As will clear, but Baz will have a shot, but Boom will be able to save. So it's lovely teamwork coming out here from both teams. Sanguine passing the ball around, same as Skyfire. They're trying to find each other. They're playing it like it's a soccer match where they're just trying to find an open look. Wait, and then they're going to attack once the gap slips, and there's going to be a little bit of a defensive lax. And then they find the open look and they'll score. That's what we've been seeing throughout most of Division 2 and even Division 1 games where they wait until there's a gap in the play and then they open it up. As Jazare will get up in the air but won't be able to score, as the goal is quite wide open, but Vel will be able to have a good save at it as Boomer will try and chip Baz, but Baz will clear.
Yeah, the one thing that I like to see is both players' third man right now. If you have a look, Smokey, they're really far back and they're not really committing. As you can see, Boomer's sitting really far back there. And it's just, they don't want to concede, but at the same time, if they do have the opportunity for pressure, can they be close enough to really make and take advantage of the situation? And that's a question as Jazare gets a demo onto Baz, but that one just stopped in its track as Quake gets a demo onto Boomer.
Now, it's going to be a lot of shots, but a lot of saves. So I think the saves are going to be really important as A's will miss. So that's going to leave the goal wide open for Vel to score. And that's going to be a massive whiff from A's. He's going to be kicking himself, and that could be the series. If it is the series, A's is going to be super upset with himself as Vel will have a wide open goal, and he's going to score, and it's going to be 1-0 to Skyfire. They are they're 1 goal lead, and they're 3 minutes away from pushing towards the grand final.
Yeah, and there goes that 0-0 game we were talking about. But if we do look back to the last game, there was a few opportunities taken, and as you know, they've been whiffing just a little bit. And A's, he'll be disappointed with that, and that he didn't get a touch to that ball, and allowed Skyfire to get this 1-0 lead. And if it ends in a 1-1, I'm sure he'll be kicking himself.
If it ends
1-0.
like this scoreline, it's gonna hurt him, and he's gonna feel really bad about himself, which he shouldn't, because he's been playing so well throughout this whole series. One mistake doesn't define a person, but we can't dwell on it now. We still have 2 minutes 30 left, and this game is still very close. As Skyfire starting to put the pressure on Sanguine, they're really making them feel the burn here. As Sanguine need to try and clear, which Jazare does, so he's going to try and clear it up. He will, not as far as Quake goes. Quake will have a shot. Ace needs to save it. He does save it, and they need to clear this ball. Sanguine are on the dire legs. They're on their last little strings. They need to get it out. If they get it out, they got a little bit of leg room to work with, which they do. Ace is giving him a lifeline. He's going to go up against Vel, and he's going to try and clear, but Quake will come in from behind and take it away from him. Now, the ball's going to sit in this left-hand corner. We could see a goal here, as this ball's just going to trickle down into the defense, and it's going to be it's all down to Ace. He's behind the ball, which is going to make it really hard for him to clear, and Vel gets across, but no, it's just going to trickle across the goal face.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in this game. It's only a 1-0 lead, so winnable as Ace takes a shot onto target and stopped in its track by Quake as Ace gets a demo onto Quake. This one's in the center, it's lurking. But yeah, this is what I like to see from both teams. And honestly, going into game 5 with a 1-0 lead is Boomer coming off the ceiling there, but not really able to take advantage of it. And I hope that both teams can kind of compose themselves a little bit and not fall to the pressure, as that might cause them to whiff like Ace did, and possibly cost them the game.
Yeah, the pressure will start to mount here as both teams' heart rates will start to climb, because you can smell a championship final coming out. Skyfire can almost touch a trophy at this point. They can almost touch the cup if they get through this last minute 10, and this minute 10 is going to be the most crucial minute of their life.
Yeah, 100%, as Boomer releasing that one out of harm's way, but stopped in its tracks by Quake, which is going to release towards the left-hand side. Baz going to follow this one up, but is beat to it by A's. Now Quake is up, releasing this one towards the left-hand side. He's going to follow it, possibly a pinch, and a beautiful pinch. Almost gets it past Jazz. Jazz gets a little touch to it, and Baz putting this one in the center. It's lurking. Villano is up, shoots it on target, and that's the second goal for Skyfire. 45 seconds left on the clock. Is there a way back for Sanguine here?
Skyfire can smell it, and Sanguine, they need to find something. They need to really pull a rabbit out of the hat here. If they don't, this could be it. Sanguine, they're slipping. Their hands are slipping off the trophy door, but Skyfire can smell it. They can really taste the trophy here if they beat Sanguine here, as the third goal might come out, but we have 40 seconds left to play, so 2 goals can still happen, but they need to do it really quickly, Sanguine. They're going to start to push this ball up, but Quake's going to be able to clear it up, only as far as A's goes. A's is going to try and hit it off the wall with only 30 seconds left, so the warning will come in. There's only 30 seconds for Sanguine to turn this around. They need to do it, and they need to do it now, but they're really complacent. They're not going to be able to, I don't think, as Baz has an open goal, but he's going to be hit it off the left-hand side of the goal. We got 17 seconds to decide it. I reckon Skyfire's going to go through to their championship final. I reckon it's going to be Skyfire if they score here, which they won't. Vel will miss, and Ace has to carry it all the way. There's 8 seconds. If he scores, they might have just a little bit of chance, but I don't think it's going to do it. 3 seconds. Skyfire going to make the championship final. Skyfire going to smell the trophy, and they're going to have to face DDG to play for the championship cup.
Skyfire take it home, game number 5, 2-0 lead, and they kept that lead, and Sanguine's going to be disappointed. I'm sure A's will be disappointed, but well played by Villano.